Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fish Tank. We are looking at an alternative master perk today for Settsu. If you've been following the recent videos, we've been going through the new alternative perks that are coming in version 2.6 for Minion Masters. There's an overview video to start off with, so if you haven't seen that, I'll put a link up there somewhere for you. But today, we're going to be checking out Setsu's perk. Now, one thing about Settsu is her perk 3 at the moment is very, very strong. So from just speaking to FDM, one of the devs just now, it seems like the alternate perk's not going to make any sense until that original regular perk 3 gets reworked. Because currently, the perk 3 is so strong, you're very unlikely to choose any alternative. So I don't know when we're going to see the Settsu rework, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get it fairly soon. But let's go through what the alternative perk is anyway. So this is a replacement for perk 3. So just a reminder, if you're not familiar with Settsu, her perk 3 is when you get that piercing shot, which stuns and pierces enemies. And of course, when you use your spell, the perk 2 reloads the gun, so you can just keep doing that over and over again. But anyway, this one is called Air Support. So after using perk 1, which is the blast entry where Settsu comes into the arena, Settsu gains a 1-use airstrike ability, discarded when Settsu returns to the tower. And the air support or the air strike ability is the same, I think, as the Hellfire ability from the TAS. So it costs 1 mana and it does a line of damage. And I think we can aim it, but we can't really tell that from on paper. So let's give it a go in the game. Right, so I've just put together a quick Settsu deck. Again, it's not supposed to be a good deck, just needs to be okay enough to not die against the bot, but also not kill the bot in 10 seconds. So let's give this a go.
Masters of minions and minions of masters, prepare to duel. Let the fun begin.
So this is a perk 3 alternate perk, so we've got a lot of time in the game to make our decision. But of course, because the current perk 3 relies on spell synergy, you're probably still going to want to be keeping spells in there. But we'll see what happens. Now, as always, the way that you can change is you go down to the perk UI, you click on the appropriate perk, this time it's perk 3, and we can switch to using air support. We'll just check to see what it says, Hellfire, yep, so that's the same.
Red has obtained the first perk.
And as we've seen many times before, you can change this perk at any time up until the moment that it gets locked in at perk 3. You can make that decision going forward. So blast entry is our perk 1, where we can get into the field, so that's not changing. Perk 2 is the spell reload, the combat reload. When she casts the spell, or when you cast a spell, she instantly reloads her gun. So again, that's not going to change at all. But perk 3 is when things get a little different. We'll just chill a little bit whilst we're waiting for this to happen.
Blue got the second perk.
Oh my, the warrior hit me as it was flying away. Okay, I see. Okay. The bot AI doesn't know how to handle the Zhao, it seems.
Red obtained perk number 2.
Right, so we are waiting for our perk 3 to happen, and then we can see exactly what's going to go on. Not trying to play correctly here, just trying to set this up and just basically not die, or not win. Going to be too early to take that bottom bridge. That's one of the things that's changed. Bridge Buddies feels a lot less useful than it did before. Or needs to be played far more carefully. Right, we're getting close to our perk 3. A little bit of waiting for this one since it's a perk 3 alternate perk. So when we get it, I'll just jump defensively and that'll give us a little bit of time to check out what's going on. Remember, all the way up until this point, we can change our mind if we want to, based on what's going on in the game. Awkward here. Okay, it's about to happen. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Right, Settsu perk 3. We jump. We get the air support. We can't use it at the moment while Setsu's not in the field, but now we can. So we get the Hellfire targeting that we've seen before. And instead of coming from the tower, it comes from her location, which is a little bit different to how it is before. Now, it seems like a one-time only thing until we jump again. And remember, you can reposition with the blast entry. So we're going to jump again, and then we get... Okay, I think I... Oh no, I kind of bugged it out a bit by starting it before she was in her location, and then I let it go and it fired from her new location. So it kind of worked out. That's my story anyway. Of course, that perk now is locked in. We can't change that. And that'll be for the rest of the game. But as I mentioned, the real tricky thing is, why would you ever use this over and above the regular one? Settsu has been needing a rework for a long time, so not doing some weird stuff there. Not sure exactly when that's going to come about, but hopefully it's sooner rather than later. And then it may make sense about why you would want to. So we can reposition into the same spot, but now we get another Hellfire. Does decent damage, but it's not anywhere like the perk 3 Settsu damage would be. Okay, I think we've kind of seen enough. We've come this far. Okay, I don't know what the bot's up to there. Right, let's just position ourselves here and we shall push our way to victory. There we have it. Right, so that is the alternative master perk for Settsu, which doesn't really make much sense at the moment since the regular perk is so strong, but maybe going forward it'll make more sense, and I look forward to Settsu getting a rework because it is definitely very oppressive, especially in 2v2 at that perk 3. Right, so that's our look at Settsu concluded for today. Class is over. Thanks for joining me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new here. Get the bell on, all notifications so you don't miss out on anything Minion Masters related, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon here in the fish tank.